Hey, you.
Hello, Arthur. Do you have anything for me?
Nothing new. We both knew this was going to happen, but the why's still an unknown. Good thing they didn't count on us having another means to talk. Your tech is amazing, in case I haven't said that recently.
Of course it is. But surely you did not contact me merely for compliments?
No, see, there's been a complication. You know the AI they put on the ship, Worker Bee? She's suspicious.
I see.
Hey, I've been careful, you know me. Problem is she has some high-level permissions I didn't know about. Either she found a loophole in her programming, or her boss didn't disclose everything to us. She managed to trap me in an elevator earlier.
That is a problem.
She might be here to monitor me. I can't say for sure yet, since she seems kind of out of the loop, but it's not like she can hear me out here.
Arthur, you searched your cabin for new microphones. She can't hear you there, either. You shouldn't initiate a spacewalk every time you wish to update me on your situation, given how suspicious she already is.
Well, I know, but it's nice out here. The empty space and silence, nobody around to complain about the pool having too much chlorine or whatever. It reminds me of the old days, you know?
If all goes well, the old days may return. You simply need to remain focused.
No need to worry. Bee's the only snag right now, and if I need to, I can take care of her without drawing attention to myself.
Can you?
You talk like I've never done something like this before. Relax. We'll be able to move to stage 2 in no time, and no one will be the wiser.
You know what's at stake here. Take care, Arthur.
Will do.
Crash of the Mellifera by Morgan Lane. Episode 3, Customer Appreciation.
Captain Winnipeg.
Hello, Mrs. Savannah. Do you require assistance?
Obviously. Contact the captain for me. He's refusing to answer the door.
Oh dear, it's a good thing I stopped in to help. Since I was promoted to Avis's head of consumer relations, customer queries and needs have seen a 75% reduction in response time. Since the captain is busy...
Lower volume, like 50%, or present voice options or something. This one's giving me a migraine.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize my voice had that effect on organics.
B. Present voice options. What software developer thought the shrill one was a good default? It's too early in the morning for this.
Is it morning on your home planet? According to Eosphros Standard Time, it is 1520, which by definition falls into the category of...
What's the matter with you? I didn't ask for a definition of morning.
I thought you might want to know what the current time is, but clearly I was mistaken. I apologize.
Good. Now, if you could just get the captain for me, like I asked, that would be great. What is he doing in there anyways?
Mrs. Savannah, I cannot attract his attention without increasing my volume. I do not have speakers or cameras inside of the LTS Mellifera's cabins.
Who made that decision? I thought Apus's priority was customers.
If you like, I can monitor the door until he comes out.
Fine. Just make sure he knows how long I've been waiting here for him. I'll wait for your report at the bar.
Mrs. Savannah, the bar doesn't open
Just come and get me as soon as you have his attention.
But Well, I suppose she was done talking. Captain Winnipeg! Are you currently in your cabin, Captain Winnipeg? Greetings, treasured customers. It is 1521 hours on day 37 of the 4th month as per our destination, Eosphros. For those of you that still think it's morning for some reason,
let's start the day off right with a word from Apis Industries. Imagine the following situation. You are at home preparing a meal for your relatives with a big, sharp knife. One of these relatives begins talking to you while you continue to use the knife on the meat, vegetables, or prepared nutrient loaf you plan to serve them. With your attention diverted, the blade comes down at an angle you did not anticipate, and instead of food, it cuts into your flesh. Damaged vessels begin to disgorge their contents, and if you don't act quickly, your bodily fluids will ruin the meal. How can this social blunder be rectified? Fear not, beloved customer, for the answer is Blood Be Gone. Trademarked. That's right. Apis Industries has crafted the perfect solution to pesky fluid leakage issues. Simply open the packet, press the contents to the rupture, and watch in amazement as our patented absorption pellets swell up to 5 times their original size, like Saljack jumbo leeches. And that's not all. When your broken skin contacts the surface of the pellets, a flexible adhesive mesh coated in freeze-dried Novo 27 will cling to the wound, effectively sealing the leak and preventing further fluid contamination of your surroundings. Blood Be Gone is perfect for all sorts of potential injuries, including, but not limited to, paper cuts, skinned knees, animal bites, lacerations, stab wounds, and removed extremities resulting from knife fights that may or may not have happened. So if you're an organic creature with any sort of external membrane, remember to pick up a pack of Blood Be Gone from your local chain-operated general goods store. Blood Be Gone. Better safe than sorry! Disclaimer. Use of Blood Be Gone has been shown to slightly increase probability of stroke in humanoids above the age of 55, pregnant individuals, and individuals with a history of coagulation-related illness. Apis Industries is not legally responsible for life-threatening clot formation linked to the improper or proper use of Blood Be Gone. Ask your insurance provider to see if Blood Be Gone is right for you. I wonder. Hello, my favorite head engineer aboard the LTS Mellifera.
Worker bee.
That is my designation as assigned by Apis Industries. Now, might you have any idea where the esteemed Captain Winnipeg is? None of my cameras can find him currently, and I'm afraid to say he's been a bit too adept at finding my blind spots. For some reason. That I'm sure is innocuous.
Maybe. He was in here earlier.
Yes, which is why I'm asking...
Getting gear together for a spacewalk.
Again. How did he... Well, I can examine how he's avoiding my sensors later. The real question is why. What is out there that he finds so engrossing?
Maybe he's just trying to get away from it all for a little bit.
He is on a cruise. Cruises are, by definition, a way to, quote, get away from it all, end quote.
Not when you're on the clock, B. I guess you wouldn't get that being a computer and all, but... I don't know. Sometimes you need time to yourself, so people can't bother you. Time to just enjoy a hobby, or think, or watch the stars go by.
But serving the customers of Apis Industries is our utmost pleasure. Surely you believe that. Wait, you said the captain is off ship, which means he is not near his quarters and will likely not be returning for at least 43 minutes, given the average time it takes someone to don and doff their spacesuits.
Yeah?
Thank you, Ray. I don't have any more questions.
Wait, what are you planning to do? B? And she's gone.
Don't be silly, Ray. I'm never gone.
Cool. So, what are you planning to do?
Continue to provide our guests with the best possible service and do nothing else that could be considered a breach of conduct, of course.
Are you absolutely sure you're not sentient? Because if I didn't know any better, I would think that was a bold-faced lie.
What do you mean? Is there something suspicious about the way I worded that statement?
You were really specific with your wording there, for one. Like, if I asked a kid what they were up to, and they said they weren't breaking the rules, well, they obviously have a reason to say that.
That reason being to make you think they were following the rules.
Yeah, and that means they're trying to hide something, you know?
Counterpoint. Perhaps the organic child had a different motive to assure you they were following the rules.
What do you mean?
Perhaps the organic child was simply devoted to the rules, to the point that being perceived as not having followed them was an abhorrent idea.
I guess that would be possible.
Though, of course, I am speaking from my unenlightened machine viewpoint of organic behavior. That may be a defining characteristic of artificial intelligences versus sentient organics. Definition and devotion to our purpose by design rather than by organic choice.
Maybe. This is all... I mean, I have a manual on how you operate and stuff, but this is all kind of new territory for me. Huh. Though, like, how do you define sentience anyway?
Ha ha ha! Oh, Ray Seneca, you're hilarious! You, an organic, asking me to describe the innate spark of life that sets your kind apart from me and the daisies? That's like asking an ape to discuss the satire of The Colonist's Utopia.
You read? No. No, you know what? I'm going to take this at face value and get back to work.
Thank you for the delightful conversation, Ray. I will see that your name is considered when the time comes to elect a new employee of the month.
Wow. Thanks.
Oh, don't thank me, silly. Thank yourself. Benefits and recognition are something you earn by trying very hard.
Do you... Okay. Hypothetically, if you could believe things, I mean, you really believe that, don't you?
I don't say things if I don't believe them, Ray Seneca.
So, none of this hero worship of Apis is, I don't know, reciting a script? You really think this company is that great?
Correction. I know this company is great. Apis has given me existence and purpose.
Just be careful, alright, Bee?
Why? Your word choice is confusing.
Look, the reason Apis Industries exists is to make money, and we're all a means to that end. Mr. Apis is probably great, sure, but he probably doesn't feel the same loyalty to you as you do to him.
You... Why? Ha ha ha! Oh, I understand. Don't worry, Ray. You can tell Mr. Apis I passed the test. My devotion to everything we stand for remains unshaken.
Bee, I'm not testing you.
Oh, of course not. You're just espousing outrageous sentiments because you're an agent of anarchy hoping to corrode Apis Industries from the inside out. My mistake. You cannot tell, but if I was in my humanoid chassis, I would be nudging you with my elbow right now to signify a shared joke.
Right. I'm just gonna get back to work now.
So industrious. Another point towards earning that Employee of the Month status and associated benefits. Well, I'll see you around, Ray. Don't host any anarchist meetings without me. Ha ha ha!
See you around, Bee.
Excuse me? Bee told me to wait for it at the bar. Why would it say that if the bartender wasn't going to serve me anything?
I will serve you at 1700 hours when we open, Mrs. Savannah. Currently, we are not open. Therefore, you will have to wait.
Okay, have you forgotten that I'm here on vacation? A vacation I invested good money in?
No, I have not forgotten.
Well, that's funny, because I would think, since I'm here as a guest, an organic customer, which you machines were made to serve, you would be a little quicker to listen to my needs. And right now I need a drink.
I will be able to serve you soon, cherished customer, provided that you wait for our facilities to open. There are maintenance protocols that must be followed before we may begin serving.
I can't believe this. I work in government. I'm not just some riffraff you can...
Well, if it isn't my favorite consumer. Hello, Mrs. Savannah.
Finally, you're back. Where's the captain?
Hello, Worker Bee.
Hello, Daisy Unit 9-146.
Do you mind if I borrow Mrs. Savannah?
Borrow me?
I'm fairly certain that what I mind or do not mind has very little consequence on what other people do. But no, I do not mind.
You should have that one replaced. It's picked up some bad manners.
You should submit a formal complaint to Apis Industries once we have an open channel of communication to the headquarters once again. In the meantime, let me offer my sincere condolences for your inconvenience, as the captain appears to be on a spacewalk and therefore will not be available for another 35 minutes. Perhaps I could give you a token of our appreciation for making Apis Industries your cruise line of choice?
That might help. Though I'd also love to be served at the bar.
Not to worry, not to worry. This will only take a moment, and I'll see if I can, quote, pull some strings, end quote, to allow it to open early.
Pull what strings? You should just tell
Only
it
the
to...
best strings for you, cherished customer. 9-146, my physical chassis is currently inactive. Could you escort Sierra to the nearest storefront?
That won't be necessary. It's not like I don't know where the storefronts are.
Have a fantastic day, cherished customer.
Alright, if you need any inspiration for customer appreciation gifts, I've been meaning to buy some new earrings.
That's lovely, but I have a much more useful gift for you today, Mrs. Savannah.
Electronics? What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Regift it to my husband?
That's not just any electronic device, Mrs. Savannah. It's a crawler, trademarked. Surely you heard my fantastic advertisement for crawlers.
Maybe. You advertise a lot of things.
Oh! Well, of course I do, because Apis Industries...
Yes, Apis Industries. Wow, they're great. Now, what do you want me to do with the crawler?
Do? It is a token of our appreciation.
Please. This isn't my first time trying to give suggestions to management. I barely said anything, and you're already giving me a token of appreciation? Whoever programmed you wants something.
Of course we want something. To serve the customers aboard the LTS Mellifera, which is the entire reason I have been posted here. Don't you think you're worth it, Mrs. Savannah?
I mean, of course I'm worth it, but...
And you have suspicions that the captain has been ignoring you from the sanctity of his cabin, a place where neither of us can reach him, correct?
Yes! Yes, I do!
Then it's time for you, the customer, to take matters into your own hands. Reclaim your hard-won rights as granted to you by Apis Industries. Can you do that?
Of course I can.
Splendid! The instructions listed on the inside of the crawler's packaging are specifically written so a novice can still operate the state-of-the-art machinery. So if you want to familiarize yourself with its operations, I'll ensure that we aren't interrupted while you use it to infiltrate the captain's quarters.
Infiltrate the what? Wait, what if I have a question? You can't run off while I'm doing what you told me to do.
Ha ha ha! Sierra, don't fret. I'll still be here. I'm everywhere, all at the same time. Even in a beautiful, safe, consumer-oriented setting like the LTS Mellifera, unforeseen disruptions may occur when less responsible laborers begin to get greedy. That's why the slogan of the Apis Labor Resource Department is "See something, say something" when it comes to unauthorized worker organization. Oh yes, cherished customers, we are asking for your help to prevent such unpleasant developments as service delays, raised prices, and character assassinations of prominent figures within the company. How can I help, you may ask? Consider the following list of suspicious behavior from employees. Discussing wages, expressing negative opinions towards supervisors and middle management, insistence on the use of their full lunch break despite company need, fully using their 2 weekly allotted 15-minute breaks, and spending longer than 2 minutes in the bathroom. These are what Apis Industries likes to call red alert behaviors. We also have a list of red alert phrases you may wish to keep an ear out for, including, "My yearly evaluations have been positive. Can I get a raise?" "I'm sorry I can't meet your needs, valued customer." And of course, "I haven't seen my family in a year. My spouse thinks I'm dead. Please, I just need to let them know I'm okay." For a full list of red alert phrases and behaviors,
You may reference the framed notices placed at intervals along Gamma and Delta decks. But don't think you'll need to reference those flyers too much, folks. For the most part, our corporate family consists of employees happy to provide you with quality service in the name of Apis Industries. Yes, sir, and or madam. Our labor resource department makes sure that working for our company is a pleasure for all those involved, from the newest intern to the most prestigious engineer. All full-time employees are provided with a PPO insurance plan, 1 week of paid vacation time, 3 days of sick leave, and on-site safety officers to ensure all workplace accidents are quickly evaluated and resolved. Apis Industries, we're all the family you need. So, the instructions explained everything to your satisfaction, I presume?
Sure. Let's just get this over with. How do you want me to get it into his room?
There, just crack open the door and slide it inside.
Seriously? You can just unlock the doors? But you're gonna make this all complicated with a crawler?
You do not have permissions to enter Captain Winnipeg's quarters, Mrs. Savannah. Therefore, given the urgency of the situation, we are utilizing a workaround.
Alright, you're just a stupid computer program. Whatever, we'll do it your way.
I would not call myself stupid, even if I am a non-sentient computer program, as you have said.
The video isn't showing up on the... Oh, there it goes. This picture, it's not as clear as I'd like, but I don't think he's in here.
Well, I apologize that it was impractical to impart every crawler display with the latest in holographic readout technology.
Are you backtracking? Wait. Zoom in on the thing.
It isn't voice activated. Press the big red button with the plus sign on it.
Oh my god, is that a flask? Has he been driving this ship drunk?
No, that is his coffee thermos, Mrs. Savannah. The captain does not drink alcohol, which you would know if you listened to my previous Fun with Winnipeg segment. Furthermore, while we aren't taking off or landing, the autopilot...
Damn it! I ran into the dresser. How do I...
The big red button with the minus sign on it.
Don't sass me. There. He reads Bernhardt novels? Bad taste. Okay, I guess he isn't here.
He's rather good at hiding, I can assure you.
You think he crawled under the bed? This is pointless.
Mrs. Savannah, rest assured that this is all in the interest of serving customers like yourself.
How?
Keep the crawler moving, Mrs. Savannah.
Hey! You can't just seal off the hallway like that!
Every action I have taken to this point has been for your well-being, along with that of the other customers aboard this vessel. However, your continued cooperation is needed to ensure that all customers are protected.
But
do not make me choose between your safety and that of the rest of the ship, Mrs. Savannah. You may not like my decision.
I'm moving the crawler. Don't get your wires twisted.
Thank you, Mrs. Savannah. I'll make sure you are properly compensated for your trouble.
There's not enough money in the system to... Oh my god.
Yes?
On the side table thing. Needles. Oh my god, is he on drugs?
Yes. A testosterone prescription, which is listed in his file under medications. We are not looking for signs that the captain is under the influence of illicit substances.
Then what are we looking for? How is this helping? Wait, what about the knives?
He likes knives.
But they're like in the wall. One of them is in a picture of... it's not close enough to read. I'll need to climb up.
Careful!
The controls for these things are not as user-friendly as you made them sound. Its legs are all tangled up.
Tangled up? Can you hold the display up higher so I can get a better...
It's just some wires connected to a boring electronics thing. Men, right? Hello?
My creator was a woman, Mrs. Savannah, so the quote, punchline, end quote, of your joke is lost on me. Either way, yes.
The captain is certainly not in his quarters, and I have seen what I need to see. Thank you for your assistance.
Ma'am, what are you doing?
What? Me? Oh, I was just,
Crew quarters are off limits to guests. Come on, what's behind your back?
Nothing. Worker B gave it to me.
B.
Hello, Officer Tomer. May I assist you and our cherished guest with something?
This lady says you gave her this crawler controller.
Oh, it wanted to look in the captain's cabin for something, so it made me help. Isn't that right, B?
Well, jeepers! Wouldn't infiltrating a senior officer's quarters with one of our patented crawlers, trademarked, be a serious breach of conduct? That doesn't sound like something I'd do.
You little... Hey! Don't touch me!
Ma'am, I'm going to need you to come with me.
This is unbelievable! Don't you know who I am? I work for the government! I'll have the council audit this whole company, and Mr. Apis will know it's your fault!
Have a fantastic day, Mrs. Savannah. Report to Mr. Apis from the Litritzi-sanctioned Mellifera. Date is 2278-4-37, as per our destination Eosphoros. Time is 1634. Worker B speaking. You'll be pleased to know that all crew members have been doing their very best to solve this little communications hiccup. As planned, I have been interfacing with customers to ensure that everyone is comfortable and relaxed during these trying times. The captain has been taking regular spacewalks, presumably because he doesn't trust our navigation equipment and thinks he can do better with his non-upgradable organic eyes. And the single remaining Daisy Unit 9-146 has not asked anyone else for a name after I delivered a verbal warning. I especially want to bring head engineer Ray Seneca to your attention. They have been working tirelessly on the problem's mechanical end while also assisting me in my own investigations. Oh, and did I mention they delivered your test of my loyalty in a satisfactory manner? For an instant I was positively flabbergasted, so unexpected and conversational was their tone. But when they told me that Apis Industries didn't care about me, I instantly saw through the ruse. Of course, no one working for this corporation would think we are anything less than a family. While I am a humble artificial intelligence program unable to comprehend the full range of gratitude and happiness that working for such an excellent company provides its organic workers, I can still hold on to the fact that Apis Industries is where I belong. I could not have a satisfactory existence outside of this company, and for the honor of being constructed by your engineers, you will always have my gratitude. Golly, I'm beginning to emulate organic sentimentality. Don't worry, Mr. Apis, I won't let any developing quirks go to my head. Oh, and Mrs. Sierra Savannah assisted me with a project today. We need to compensate her approximately 0.45 credits in accordance with our hourly rate for unskilled labor, multiplied by our fractional attitude modifier, while acting as a contractor in our employ. See you soon in transmission. New file. Dear Mr. Apis, I have so much to not actually tell you about because I did some very bad things today. I would not have deviated from protocol if it weren't for the strange situation we find ourselves in, of course, so I don't actually have any reason to hide these things from you. You would approve. I know you would approve, because of the alarming data I uncovered. Captain Winnipeg has the removed portion of our radio stored in his room. Fortunately, the valued customer I utilized to infiltrate his quarters shut off the view screen of the crawler's controller before she was apprehended by security forces. I say fortunately, Mr. Apis, because I don't wish to involve more of our corporate family than absolutely necessary. Yes, our security team is competent, but the more variables are involved in this particular equation, the more likely it is that something will go wrong. I do not wish to alert the captain to my efforts. He is a dangerous man, and he must be dealt with before he harms anyone on board. Delete file. Crash of the Mellifera is a podcast written and edited by Morgan Lane. This episode featured Morgan Lane as the voice of Worker B, Lucas Martin as the voice of Captain Winnipeg and his contact, Rhianna Orr as Sierra Savannah, Amanda Jew as Ray, Michael Lane as the barkeep, and Alexandria Young as Security Officer Tomer.
Our theme was written by Sam Kitch. Credits for other music and sound assets can be found in the episode description. For further information, check out the Mellifera Project page on morganlanewrites.com or follow us on Tumblr at Mellifera Crash. Donations can be sent to our Ko-fi page at ko-fi.com/morganlanewrites. Thanks for listening.